Good morning, everyone. Today is day 4 of the week, and we are here for our second read aloud of the week. If you look at your screen, you will notice that this was day 2 read aloud, and we learned some different facts and information about penguins. So today's read aloud is going to be another Seymour Simon text. And remember, this week we are starting on nonfiction and not just regular nonfiction. This is going to be nonfiction that gives us information. So it's called informational text. So Tuesday, we learned some things about penguins, and then you were given an opportunity to write some new facts that you learned about penguins, as well as some questions that you might still have. Now today, we're going to learn about a new animal. It's a very friendly animal, and I think it's a cute animal. It lives in the sea or in the ocean. Let's see what our next animal is today. So today we get to read about dolphins. All right, dolphins are an amazing sea animal, okay? And they're very, very friendly. And we're going to learn about their habitats and what they eat, what they like to do, how they communicate, some of their predators, and how we can fight to keep dolphins safe. All right, so as I read today, remember there's going to be those little Post-it notes, and I'm going to pause on a few of those and ask some questions. I really want you to pay attention to the pictures, the photographs, and the text, and how those photographs and the text help you to understand more information about dolphins. And just like with all of our read alouds, you will have a writing assignment at the end. So make sure you are really taking time to think about the new facts that you're learning about dolphins. All right, so our author again is Seymour Simon. Bring the picture over for you guys. Bring it up a little bit. There we go. In a world where so many wild animals avoid and fear humans, dolphins charm us because they often seem unafraid of people. Clever, curious, and mischievous, dolphins love to play and have fun. A dolphin nicknamed Simo lived in the waters off Salva, South Wales. Simo seemed to enjoy capsizing canoes and overturning the people in them. He would follow a diver underwater, suddenly appear from behind and rise up to hit him on the head, knocking off his snorkel and goggles. One bottlenose dolphin nicknamed Percy, who lived in the coastal waters near Cornwall, England, played with the crab pots that people placed on the sea bottom. He seemed to delight in lifting boat anchors and moving the boats to different spots. There are countless stories of dolphins befriending people and even helping them to survive at sea. Sailors believed that dolphins brought them luck, and that it was a bad omen to kill a dolphin. In the past, fisher folk would set dolphins free if they got entangled in their nets. So take a look at this photograph. You see one dolphin here and one dolphin over here, and it almost looks like he's smiling a little bit. Dolphins and porpoises are whales, or cetaceans, the scientific name for whales. Dolphins and porpoises are smaller toothed whales. Larger whales, such as the blue whale, have a comb-like strainer made of baleen or whalebone in their mouths instead of teeth. Blue whales are the largest animals on Earth, growing to more than 100 feet in length and weighing over 150 tons. Most dolphins and porpoises are smaller than 12 feet long. Names can be confusing. Some porpoises are called dolphins. Some dolphins are called porpoises. And a few dolphins are called whales. The largest dolphin is the orca, or killer whale. A male orca can grow to 30 feet in length, much bigger than other dolphins, but much smaller than baleen whales. All whales are mammals. That means that they are warm-blooded, have babies that are born alive and feed on milk, and have hair or fur on some part of their bodies. Whales live in water but have lungs. When they come to the surface, they breathe air through an opening on top of their heads called a blowhole. When a whale surfaces, it spouts a blow of water vapor. So here we see this blowhole. Now, something that I found interesting that I did not know before reading this text is that dolphins are also whales. I think that was pretty interesting. What's the difference between a dolphin and a porpoise? Not that much. Dolphins and porpoises look and act very much alike. Both have streamlined bodies, tail flukes, and blowholes. Porpoises are usually smaller and rarely longer than 7 feet in length. Most dolphins are not longer than 10 feet. Perhaps the best way to tell dolphins and porpoises apart is by their heads and bodies. Porpoises have smaller heads and lack a beak or snout. The top or dorsal fin on a porpoise is triangular, like the dorsal fin of a shark. The dorsal fin of a dolphin is rounded like a wave. A porpoise's teeth are spade-shaped, while a dolphin's teeth are cone-shaped. Dolphins have lean, streamlined bodies. Porpoises often look chubby or chunky by comparison. Porpoises are rarely seen on the surface of the water. Dolphins often swim on or just below the surface, riding the bow waves of fishing boats. Dolphins also show less fear than porpoises do. There are about 35 different species or kinds of dolphins and 6 kinds of porpoises. Most of these live in the salty oceans, but 4 dolphin species live in freshwater rivers. 5 or 6 kinds of dolphins, including the orca and pilot whale, are usually called whales. Freshwater river dolphins live in only a few of the largest rivers of Asia and South America, such as the Ganges, the Indus, and the Amazon rivers. Dolphins and porpoises live in all of the oceans except for the very coldest polar waters. The common dolphin, the Atlantic spotted, and the Atlantic striped dolphins, and the white-beaked and the bottlenose dolphins are often seen in the North Atlantic Ocean. Pacific white-sided and bottlenose dolphins live in waters off Canada and Alaska. Spinner dolphins, Risso's dolphins, and rough-toothed dolphins are mostly found in warmer tropical waters. This one looks like it's got a meal. Dolphins live and feed in large family groups where warm and cold currents meet, and the waters are rich in food and nutrients. Dolphins may travel hundreds of miles in search of a variety of fish, squid, and shrimp. Despite their sharp teeth, dolphins don't chew their food. They use their teeth for grabbing and holding prey. Dolphins usually swallow fish whole. So even though they have all those teeth, they don't use them to chew. They swallow their food whole. Some dolphins feed at night, while others feed during the day. A group of bottlenose dolphins, called a pod, often works together to catch fish. In open waters, the dolphins encircle a school of fish and herd them into a small area. Then the dolphins take turns charging through the midst of the school to feed. Dolphins sometimes use their tail flukes to bat larger fish into the air, stunning them so they're easier to catch. Other times, dolphins herd schools of fish toward shore to trap them in shallow water where they can't get away. So dolphins have a lot of different ways that they can feed and catch their prey. Dolphins and porpoises use different sounds to communicate with each other. The sounds include whistles, clicks, barks, squawks, and rasps. To signal others in their pod, they also jump straight out of the water and fall back with a loud splash. Some people think that dolphin sounds are a form of language. Dolphins can produce a series of 2,000 high-pitched clicks per second that go through the water, hit an object, and bounce back to the sender. By listening to the echo and the time it took to return, a dolphin can accurately locate a fish as small as your little finger. This is called echolocation or sonar. Dolphins scan objects with their sonar. They can also combine the sonar image with their vision so that they can identify objects. Dolphins use their sonar to find food or swim at night when there's no light to see their surroundings. So dolphins are very, very smart and very sneaky in how they catch their prey. Dolphins and porpoises are social animals that live in group sizes. Small groups are called pods. The size of a pod depends upon the kind of dolphin, the age, and other conditions. Pods range in size from 2 or 3 to a dozen or more. Several pods sometimes join into herds or schools and can number in the hundreds. Dolphins in a pod have strong bonds. They can even recognize each other after a long separation. Mother-calf bonds are long-lasting. A calf stays with its mother for 3 or more years. Young adult male pods are strong and long-lasting. The young males cooperate in hunting and survival. Dolphins establish dominance in a pod by biting, chasing, and smacking their tails on the water. They scratch each other with their teeth and leave tooth marks. Dolphins also use bubble clouds from their blowholes to show their place of power in the pod. Dolphin mothers give birth to a single calf just below the surface of the water. The baby dolphin nurses underwater from its mother but has to come to the surface to breathe. At birth, a baby dolphin weighs 30 to 50 pounds and is 35 to 50 inches long. So when they're born, they already weigh 30 to 50 pounds. A calf will nurse for about a year and a half. Babies are toothless at birth, but start to grow teeth in a few weeks. When it is about 4 months old, a baby starts to eat fish, but continues to nurse as well. Dolphin mothers are very protective of their babies. A young dolphin can easily stray from the pod and get lost or attacked by sharks if it is not constantly watched. A mother often raises her calf with the help of other female dolphins in the pod called aunties. When the mother is resting, the aunties act as babysitters, swimming around the calf in protective circles. The close contact between the calf and other dolphins helps the youngster learn how to fish and swim and communicate with and live with others in the pod. So that's the little baby dolphin right there. The bottlenose dolphin may be the best known because it is often seen in marine parks and other large aquariums. The bottlenose is seen along the shores of the United States and lives in temperate and tropical waters around the world. This dolphin gets its name because of its short and stubby beak that resembles a bottle. So right here, that's why it's called a bottlenose dolphin. Its top fin is high and curved and located near the middle of its back. Its flippers are medium length and pointed. Male bottlenoses are usually larger than females and may reach 12 feet in length and weigh 1,400 pounds. Their color is usually light gray to slate gray on the upper parts of the body, becoming lighter on the sides and pink gray on the bottom. Bottlenoses live in groups of 20 or less near the shore, but may live in offshore groups of several hundred. An adult bottlenose eats 15 to 30 pounds of food each day. At times, bottlenoses feed near fishing boats. I wonder why they would feed near fishing boats. Think about that for a minute. Why would the dolphins go near boats that are fishing? Swimming at speeds of over 30 miles per hour and often riding the bow waves of boats, Dolphins porpoise is the fastest moving dolphin or porpoise. The head and the back of the porpoise create a hollow cone of air that allows the doll to breathe while still riding the underwater wave. Dolls live only in the North Pacific from Baja California to Alaska and across the Bering Sea into Japanese waters. The beautifully marked black and white porpoise was named after American naturalist W. H. Dahl. A doll's small round head appears even smaller than it is because of the porpoise's strong, muscular body. A doll is quite small compared to other dolphins, averaging 6 feet and weighing between 250 and 300 pounds. A doll's teeth are unusual. Each tooth is separated by rigid growths called gum teeth. Because the regular teeth are so small, these horn growths help in grasping slippery foods. A doll's eyes are also exceptionally colored, with deep, shiny blue-green pupils. The Amazon River dolphin, or boto, is one of the few dolphins that live in fresh water. Botos live throughout the Amazon and the Orinoco River basins in South America. Amazon River peoples rarely hunted river dolphins. They feared that harming a boto would cause their children to be born with a disease in which the skull remains open like the blowhole of the dolphin. A boto is born with dark gray skin. As the boto grows older, its skin begins to turn bright pink. Botos have long beaks with many stiff hairs. Scientists think that the boto's hairs are used as feelers to help them navigate in the muddy river waters. Botos, like most dolphins, can change the shape of their melons, an organ in their heads that scientists believe provides a means of focusing the sounds used in echolocation. They can also scan or turn their heads from side to side, focusing in the direction of the sound waves. Orcas, or killer whales, are the largest dolphins in the world. An orca's back and sides are jet black, and it has a gleaming white underbelly and a white oval spot above each eye. The coloring of an orca may remind you of a penguin. A male orca can grow to be 32 feet long, as large as a school bus, and weigh 8 to 9 tons, as much as 3 Asian elephants. Orcas live in all of the oceans of the world. Orcas care for sick and injured members of their pod. Each orca pod makes some sounds in common with other pods and other sounds that are only made by their own pod. Orcas live and hunt in pods of several females, calves, juveniles, and one or more males. Sometimes they are called the wolves of the seas. Depending upon the area, orcas feed on different kinds of food, including sea lions, elephant seals, harbor seals, smaller porpoises, penguins, small as well as larger whales, and fish, including sharks. Orcas do not attack people in the wild. The greatest threats to dolphins and porpoises are still pollution and careless commercial net fishing. Scientists think that increased levels of garbage and industrial wastes washing into the sea help create a red tide. A red tide is the result of the rapid growth of tiny sea plankton that produce a kind of poison. Fish eat the poison, and dolphins eat the fish and die. During a red tide, many dolphins may be killed or injured. In the Pacific Ocean, tuna swim with dolphins. More than 50 years ago, many thousands of dolphins were killed in tuna nets every year. Today, different kinds of tuna nets and careful fishing boat captains have reduced the number of dolphins killed to a few thousand. And divers and sailors release any dolphins caught in their nets. People are the greatest threat to dolphins, but people can also help dolphins the most. If people buy tuna that is labeled dolphin safe on the can, then commercial tuna fishermen will use safety nets that don't accidentally ensnare dolphins. The United States Congress passed the Marine Mammal Protection Act to protect whales, dolphins, and porpoises. Here are some things we can all do to help dolphins. Number 1, put beach litter into a trash container. Number 2, if you are in a boat when you spot dolphins, ask the driver to slow down and avoid turning or reversing suddenly. Do not harass dolphins and don't pursue them if they leave. Number 3, help beach dolphins and porpoises by calling the local police, aquarium, or Department of Conservation. And number 4, write letters to government officials asking them to strengthen the protection of animals. And that is the end of our dolphin text today. All right, so in your folder, you will find another writing assignment that says day 4 at the top right here. It looks very similar to your day 2. There's only one change, and that is what you are writing facts about. So today's writing, day 4, says write 5 facts about dolphins that you learned and 2 questions that you still have. So just like you did with your penguin writing on day 2, today's writing is going to be the same, only you are going to be writing facts about dolphins instead of penguins. So you're going to write at least 5 facts about dolphins that you learned today from the text. If you want to write more, that's fine. And then at the end of your writing, I want you to ask 2 questions that you are still wondering about dolphins, okay? So you're going to write 5 facts about dolphins that you learned. If you want to write more, that's fine. And 2 questions that you still have. All right, and we will be continuing on with nonfiction next week, but we will change authors. So we will not read any more Seymour Simon or anything else about animals, but we will continue on with nonfiction. Good luck today. Remember to use your very best handwriting, use your finger spaces. All sentences start with a capital letter and end with punctuation. Make sure you read over your writing when you're finished so that it says what you want it to say. Good luck, and I will see you guys next week. See you later.